got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on.
Well, I tell you what, we have an absolutely perfect Midwestern afternoon for football. And EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Cincinnati Bengals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Mariota under pressure again, and down he goes again. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Third and long here for Mariota. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Well, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Third down, here's Haskins. Over the middle, complete. It's Love. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Now Haskins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Bryant has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Love. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Haskins. It's caught by Bryant. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, here's Love. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down now, it's Love, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check. Fresno.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed. And
now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He gets it to Cooks. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. He finds his running back, Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota, and that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Andrew Billings gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now it's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And they work this. .45.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Redskins.
Ready? Ready? It's free. It's free. Check girls. Check girls.
They'll run on first down. Richard, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, Haskins. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet, they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mariota. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Mariota on 3rd and 2. He's got his man, Boyd. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see him move.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Mariota, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
56. It's our time. 56.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. And that's complete to Cooks. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bengal 1st down on a 16-yard pickup there. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mariota. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the gun, Mariota. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing is Mariota. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Mariota to throw. He may try and run for, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Marcus Mariota, touchdown number 18 on the year, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now it's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down. Here's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Mariota on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Cincinnati, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to free?